By White Nick.
The whites.
White Nick.
The lights.
Hey, and we get
on.
Nick a microphone too, yo.
Are we saying white in regards to him dressing with his hat to the back, his man bun, and
everything.
his toes out? Or are we talking white in regards to European-ish? Which white are we talking about?
I think it's a double mean. Like, he's so white. Like,
Are we talking about like Canada Dry white, like Canadian white?
Like, he's asparagus spears and
Hold on.
like he's just a very white guy.
I mean,
And then on top of it, he's very white in his pigmentation. He's super pale. Nick, come over here so the folks at home can see how white you are.
Come on in. Come on. Hat to the back.
Y'all leave that man.
Look how white he is.
Hat to the back. You know what I mean?
So when I say white Nick, I mean he's encompassing everything.
This is the man.
Whitest
behind
guy I've
the-
ever met.
Yes.
And I know some white guys.
He got a couple of beard.
Now, hey, we do it all in love. Nick, the youngest in the room, so he get the most.
Well, listen, and he learned how to not take it personally.
Yeah, he's our guy.
He do a hell of a job.
Listen, I got to be honest with anybody that's subscribed to this channel, and that is
All
listening.
278 of y'all.
And listen, we need some help.
The number, Jones.
We need some help. Because 1 minute we want to talk about them hoes.
No, we don't.
The next minute we want to talk about melody.
No, we don't.
the third, like
Boy, let me put this out there.
Listen.
Mario Lovett does not speak for Wilton Tommy Jones or
Listen,
Dacarette Devon.
but here's the thing, though.
Jones, I had to put that out there.
Here's the thing. Here's how
Put
we
it out
can. Here's how we can be led, because we got all this controversy behind the scenes, figuring out things to be able to speak on when we got bright minds, we got life experience, we got quite a few different things, and we from one of the toughest cultures there are. Everybody that's on this panel. So when it come down to it, whether it's them hoes, whether it's melanated mothers, whether it's coaching, whether it's football dynamics, all that.
Confused.
I mean, you should be. But we have all these great dialect and dialogue and verbiage off the air, and then we get on the air and we like, well.
Let me just start my rant real quick.
I got a rant today.
Oh,
I got one too.
Well, I'm stepping
I
back
just
and
went on
go ahead. Tommy Jones got a rant. I'm here for it.
If Coach got a rant, I need to hear it because I know what his rant is. Figure it out.
I don't never have a rant, but I can't take it no more. The playoffs going on. I haven't watched one game.
Oh boy.
One game. I haven't watched one game in the playoffs. I don't enjoy it right now at all. Everybody heard. Everybody heard with injuries that you can't prove or disprove the hamstring.
So you talking about the limping after every basket?
Every basket on the floor falling, and then that really ain't my rant. My rant is I'm tired of millionaires, the money you have, and then we get on Twitter and tear each other apart. I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand. We brothers, and you might not like me, but you a millionaire. Why do you care? I'm a millionaire. I don't care what you do. Why don't we do something positive together? Cut all the little Twitter bullshit. I don't understand it, and I hate it. I'm tired of it. And part of that is drawing me away from watching it because, yeah, you can hoop, but you an ass when you get out there on Twitter and sit there and just y'all bark at each other about bullshit.
Let's do a black man challenge. How about for the next month, we only say something positive on Twitter to lift each other
I love
up.
you, brother.
Love you too, Coach
Love
Reed.
you. Yes,
You're
sir.
an awesome father.
Yes, sir.
How about we do that?
Yeah.
How about I know they be doing all these challenges. Let's do that. That's a challenge.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
So
If
let's
you
get on
got
our
something to
social
say,
platform.
Social media, let's say something positive, something loving about another brother as opposed to being puppets like my brother was telling me yesterday. They brought what's my boy from the Migos, the one that could hoop. The little skinny one.
Offset.
They brought him on there
I don't
to
know why I
argue.
know that's Quavo.
Quavo.
Don't ask me why I know that. I have
Oh,
to
you
the
know that because you
Migos.
listen to that
you
Quavo.
listen to Migos.
Hey.
He pulled up
Take it there
today.
like it's stir fry. Yeah.
He put up there playing that Migos and NBA Youngboy. I heard
On that
it.
Quavo.
I seen the commercial.
Hey, look, he went that Quavo with him a Quaalude.
You know? They brought him and Kendrick Perkins on there to argue and just sat back while they argued about some stuff that started on Twitter.
See what I'm saying?
So how about we not do that for 30 days?
I don't know if we can last. I'm so listen. Okay, I get it. I'm the old dude. Social media I can't stand it because it's got a good
Man,
purpose.
Coach, I'm not going to
It's
keep
got
letting
a
you beat
good
yourself
purpose.
up behind you the old dude of this, that, and other. Right is right and wrong is
Hold
wrong.
on, he is old.
No, but he is old. I mean, you know.
Let's get that out there.
Yeah, we need
You
a
know,
little ice pack right now while you record.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I'm the old dude. No,
Yeah.
your mentality means.
But he done been beat up by this new society so much, he had to put that out there.
You're too old school. You shouldn't be saying it.
Yeah,
What
so
the
that's
hell?
why-
And I
that's
just
a defense mechanism. That
yeah, and I
throw
just
out
don't
there.
understand it, bro. You don't quote made it. So now if you made it, why don't you be positive and we pull somebody up, and then more make it.
That's too
So
much.
why we
That's
keep,
too much like right.
You know,
So-
and then you
so
got them little words, and
that's
you
too
just
much
on your
like
little you little keyboard, little gangsters, and you saying all this.
So I'm gonna show you the inverse of it, where Danny Ainge steps down, where he
Oh,
pulled his
man.
partner up to be
Yeah.
the new GM.
Told to me.
Yeah, it's that simple.
You know, the genius who
hey,
led Butler
hey,
to two
hey,
NCAA tournament
Last I checked,
title games is now a GM with one of the most storied franchises in all of sports.
I do want to piggyback your inverse. Now, the last I checked, Bill Gates, Paul Allen, and what's my guy that owned the Clippers? What's his
Steve
name?
Ballmer,
Steve Ballmer. All of them was Microsoft guys, right?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I think I know so.
Okay.
All the billionaires, right? They brought one another up. They,
But we got dudes, they making $30 million a year before taxes. You know what I mean? And all we worry about is the next car and the next Bugatti or whatever them damn cars called and all this stuff.
Bugatti.
Yeah, but then we get on Twitter, oh, he ain't nothing. I could take him. Who cares if you can beat him shooting ball? Who cares if he call a GOAT and you ain't? Nobody don't give a damn. All us gonna die at some point. Can we elevate each other?
Let's do the
But
30-day
here-
challenge.
but Coach,
Only
here's the thing.
positivity on the social media
The
platform.
most mimicked specimen on this planet Earth is a melanated man or a woman. We push the culture with everything.
No doubt.
So if we're going to continue to go back and forth with one another, and because what else they going? If that didn't exist, if those type A personalities didn't exist, the athleticism and things we speak on, the rant back and forth, the controversy, what else would they have to sell? It'll be what? Human trafficking, sodomy amongst, you know, like
I read something the other day, and it was on point. I already knew it, but it was talking about LeBron, and people hate LeBron. Well, I don't care. I don't care. All right, what your stand is on LeBron, whether he the GOAT or not, nobody gives a damn. But I read something that's saying, here go a dude, came out of high school. All right, he pulled his partners with him. He helped them get them educated. Now they running their own business. They pulling their money. They got all these things going on. But yet I always hear, well, he can't do this. And he ain't clutch. He
married to his
don't
high
make
school
no shots
sweetheart.
and all that. Who give a damn? He married his high school sweetheart. He got his family. He done started a school. He educating thousands of kids. He's sending kids to college. And we gonna beat him up by some damn free throws or something?
Yeah.
That's what I asked you about.
What the hell are we
Yes.
talking about?
You a
We
little
are.
older than us. I
Yes.
asked you about him. Like, have you ever seen a
We are.
superstar, like a global icon, hated as much as LeBron? And you said Ali back in the day.
Back in the
but
day,
you know, we too young. To
Yeah.
you know,
back
so
in
that's
the
why I was
day,
asking you.
because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he draft dodging this and that."
Right, so-
you know what I mean. A lot of black people,
I
or
wasn't
white
draft
people
dodging,
didn't want
I ain't
to.
going.
Yeah, a lot of white people didn't want to hear what he had to say and all of that. You know what I mean? And so he was hated like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody else now. Maybe I'm wrong. That's a possibility. It's not the end of the world. But I don't remember anybody being hated like that. And it can be such a positive force. You know what I'm saying? And like when he started school. And then I heard a couple dudes that started schools. Well, I started a school. They ain't put me out there. Then, bitch, go get it. Go take your money and go get a network then and let them put you out there. Then why you hating? Who cares?
Right.
He start good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of things that y'all don't know about, but I don't care.
Right.
I don't need the credit. You know what?
LeBron was a hot topic in this training studio, and I try to get anybody perspective that try to base their judgment on somebody's life that's tracked on a camera, and the only thing you get me is playing a sport in my most vulnerable moments that I fell in love with. That's how you gauging me. You gauging me with a mic in front of my face.
Damn, that's nice.
That's how you gauging me.
That's nice.
You gauging me with a mic in
yeah.
front of my face, a camera in front of my face, answering questions, whether You lost a game. When you lost a game in basketball, you had that moment to yourself, did you? You didn't have nobody down your ear. You didn't have no camera in your face. You didn't have to be reactory or sign this or say this because it was in your contract.
No.
So guess what? If I get emotional, I'm not the biggest fan of some of his actors and flopping and this, that, and other, but the kid can play basketball at a very high level. He's a hell of a human being. Engage him on that. But guess what?
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
And I was going to say, he could be a complete ass. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. All right?
Now, he ain't giving that us. He ain't give that to us, though.
Not yet. Not in 18 years.
But
Because you think they ain't looking?
Let me interject.
Of course
That's
they
like with Barack. With Barack, they was like, well, he this. You think they ain't check him and scourge the earth looking for a problem?
What?
You think it wasn't? Seriously?
This is what I don't understand, and I brought this up to Jones a little while ago. Like I told him, and I don't want to use certain words on the platform, but what Kobe Bryant was accused of, that's something that I would never want associated with my name.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Like, I'd rather be a mafia hitman and have like 40 bodies than be accused of what Kobe Bryant got charged with, right? Did you see the rebranding and the comeback that Kobe had?
Yeah.
He's beloved.
Up to my Mr. Beloved. Yes.
That's the craziest thing. Like,
I don't understand it. I don't understand
what he was charged
I'm gonna tell
with.
you why I do.
What he was charged
and I don't
with.
have a problem with no one.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I don't
just saying,
understand how that's
like
But
that
we-
just got swept under the rug. All the sponsors came back. All the endorsements came back. And that's something I would never want to be accused of.
I'm gonna go back to what you say
ever.
all the time, man. Stop letting, don't let no facts get in the way of good stories.
Right.
You know, I constantly hear on the basketball side with this dude, well, he ain't clutching, he ain't this, and he in his documentary he done made more clutch shots in clutch time than anybody. Well, he can't score. He's got more points than
Everybody
except two dudes.
two
people.
You know what I mean? Well, you know, his game is not pretty because he muscles people, but when you that damn big, if you don't muscle somebody, then you're a punk.
Well,
God damn, what are you supposed to do?
But coach, anybody that's played basketball at a high level, I'm sorry. Last I checked, you
got the old man cursing today, man.
Listen,
Coach don't be cursing like this, man.
The last I checked, it stopped me from getting to where I want to get to.
But again, Reed, and what's implied in all this, it's all fueled by the Michael Jordan. You know, if LeBron does something, somebody says Mike is 6-0 in the finals. When LeBron wins the chip, Mike never went to Game 7.
But
it's kind of like the Biggie and Tupac back in the day. Listen. How I found myself as a youngster liking Biggie, so I automatically didn't like Pac.
Yeah.
That's what's going on now.
Yeah, that's
and
good
then
to hear.
somebody called me out one day and was like, "You don't like Pac?" I was like, "No."
But you say every
They're like,
song.
"Bro, you know every word to every song that just came on."
But let me ask you
But
this.
you don't like it.
I don't like him.
But let me ask you
Gap
this.
it.
As men, as men, this is my thought process. I make it to a certain point and I got it. I ain't sweating you about what you get and what you do.
Coach,
You in the
that's-
minority.
I don't care about what
That's
you
a different
do.
school, coach.
Yeah, you in the minority.
That's the right school, not
Matter
the
of
wrong.
fact, I'm telling you, do your thing. Go ahead.
Represent. But back to the complexities of all of it. We know when you look at we mentioned Kobe, we mentioned LeBron, we mentioned a lot of guys that's been on that platform for a certain amount of time. Well, just a little bit of research. Guess what, people? 6 people in the world controls everything you see or hear on the radio or the TV. So if I want to remake a human being, guess what?
I don't know who they hired for Kobe. God bless the dead. Rest in peace, Kobe. They did an awesome job.
That's a higher society too.
That was awesome.
But so going back to that, and guess what? We are a forgiving country too, though. So and deservedly so. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be affiliated with that either. But at the same time, he was forgiven for what he did. He never got in any trouble after that. And
You better not get in no trouble.
right,
after that.
and these are the results. But Coach started the rant. I got the middle rant.
So White Nick gets all up in his feelings because I say Julio Jones might be overrated.
Is this your rant?
Yeah, because he's a bit of a media darling. So
Julio Jones, media darling?
So let me ask you this,
Not
Coach.
even in the media.
How many games has he played in the last 4 years? Or he been hurt? Oh, my bad.
He hasn't been hurt.
So let me ask you this, Jones.
I didn't say he was over. I just said, has he played?
Tommy Jones, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Julio Jones and Antonio Brown are separated by 1 year in the league. Antonio Brown got to the league a year before him.
Uh-huh.
How long was AB out of the league? A year and some change?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How does he have 84 career touchdowns and Julio got 60?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Like, you don't score touchdowns?
That's only 24 more. That's only 24 more.
That's a lot, Reed.
So your rant is about Julio being
a bit overrated. I ain't saying he can't play. I ain't saying I can lock him up. I ain't saying none of that.
Why?
You ain't saying you can't get down and chuck him.
I ain't saying I got him. I'm traveling with him. We ain't got to play no zone. I got him.
Hey, why the Irishmen don't have a microphone? Because I need statistical data.
Why is AB 24?
AB and Julio.
And how long was AB out the league?
Amount of money made, amount of yards, Nick, and touchdowns in comparison.
How does he have 24 more touchdowns than him?
You know what I'm saying? Played on better teams.
Well,
played in better situations. It's a lot. It's a lot when it comes.
Well, I know they threw it to him probably 24 more times at least.
That's just too big of a disparity for me.
And
It's a big
he
disparity.
probably got targeted half the times. It still got more yards than AB.
See, I don't know about all that. All
We
I
don't
know is
know.
what the numbers say.
Yeah.
You know, that's just like the Troy Reed, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu. He's got like 34 more interceptions than this dude. They separated by 1 year.
People don't even know what Julio Jones even sound like. No, media darling? No.
Yes,
No,
they love
no.
Julio. Julio is loved. He went to Alabama. He a good old country boy. He up in Atlanta. He don't stir no waves. You know, he don't make no waves. He big, imposing guy. He let his play talk on the field. They love Julio.
Yeah.
Might be a bit overrated with them 60 touchdowns in 10 years.
60 touchdowns,
In 10 years.
15,000 yards.
That's 60.
I promise he don't have 15,000 yards. I promise you he don't have 15,000 yards.
11?
I don't know. He don't got 15.
Is he a Hall of Fame?
Oh, first ballot. He's going to get in. They love him.
Nick, you got my numbers, Nick.
12,896 yards.
Oh!
Julio Jones and 60 touchdowns. And Antonio Brown got 11,746 yards and 79 touchdowns.
15 more, 16 more 100 yards.
And AB got 886 receptions versus Julio Jones with only 848.
868 and 848.
886.
So he only got 40 more receptions.
Right. They
15 more
separated by a year.
touchdowns.
But Julio got more yards.
Julio got more yards.
And who? And
So y'all gonna tell me he
who's
ain't
in the
have
league
no
first?
quarterback, AB by a year. But he been out, how long AB was out the league?
One.
When he went crazy in Pittsburgh, allegedly.
Allegedly went crazy.
I'm just saying, I just don't know all the Julio hoop. I ain't saying he ain't cold. I ain't saying he can't play. I don't.
You know what my rant is? My
Get
rant ain't even.
Jones, you gotta score touchdowns for me.
My
You gotta
rant,
get in that end zone.
my rant ain't even sports related.
Oh,
Okay.
It's not even sports related.
so break it down.
But I was created by a melanated woman. I'm sick of
You sick of it.
I'm sick of it. Like, I'm sick of two things. Right? This is what I'm sick of. I'm sick of the attitude and the lack of response of somebody trying to give them praises, but also trying to pick them up in the melanated woman. But I'm also sick of just how much that they're just not appreciated too.
It's a double-edged
So
sword.
it's a double-edged sword. So when you say, okay, appreciate them, but it almost seems like sometimes when you're trying to appreciate the melanin, and they're so brash and tough at times, they don't even know how to accept it.
Yeah. They've been dealing with drop shots. They got to keep that guard up.
But if you got to put the guard down for everybody in the drop shot.
Well,
so then when you say,
Jones, I've been burned by 2 drop shots.
so here go the praise, here go the acceptance, here go this, and he be like, oh no, he just faking, girl, or nah, I can't really do this, or he ain't this, or he ain't that. But then you're a hot topic right now.
So let me say
The,
this.
the black woman is a hot topic right now.
Let me just say this, Jones. And I'm speaking solely for myself when I say this.
I'm sick of it, Coach.
Listen.
I'm raising 2 of them right now, and they got to be. Oh, you got to be accepted. You got to be able to accept. If a man give you a compliment, baby, you got to be able to do this. Well, guess what? You're a little bit more darker skinned than the other one. She might get a little more praise than you. It's so much.
So I'm gonna say this
I'm
in
over
defense of the melanated woman. So we talking about 1 to 10 judging. Clearly, I'm a 10.
Clearly, you like a 2.3.
Weight and everything. I'm talking about.
Clearly, I'm gonna give you 2.5. my bad. You a 10, my bad.
Hold on. The 2.5, we must be grading from 1 to 3. Round me on up.
No, 1 to 2.5.
Oh, well, I'm at the top of the list.
This what I'm saying.
I can only imagine what it's like to walk out the door as a melanated woman with one of them donkeys.
Doom, 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 doom.
In shape, looking good, skin looking like warm chocolate butter.
Butter. The almond butter.
The amount of harassment, oogling, inappropriate comments, inappropriate advances.
But yeah, but you've
Let me look into the camera.
You said that. You said that. But you did say that before.
I could not imagine it. Hell, I gotta walk around looking like this. So I can't imagine being a fine woman. So my hats go off to y'all.
But I'm just
boys gotta be rough.
So ladies, if anybody is talking about you, saying something about you, whatever your experience is, learn how to accept the good, the bad, and the ugly from a loving place. Because guess what? You always gonna be a hot topic from whether somebody's trying to look like you with your full lips and your big rumps and your hips and your thighs and all that. But at the end of the day, there are gonna be some that praise you. There are gonna be some that don't. And those that don't, the hell with you. But just learn how to accept whatever it is that comes about. Whatever it is, because I'm sorry, if you look at the production of the world that leads entertainment, engineering, construction, whatever it is, there's some melanin everywhere around.
Without a doubt.
And they come from what? A melanated woman.
Jones, I'm gonna say this. I was watching a comedian one time.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I was watching a comedian one time.
Okay?
And he was talking about a lady had said being a single mother is one of the hardest jobs on the planet. So he started making a comparison like he was like, I don't know. He was like, I was watching Ice Road Truckers, and that seemed like a pretty tough job too. You know, obviously he was a comedian. He was being funny. I will say this for all the single mothers out there. I couldn't imagine waking up every day knowing that I'm the engine that makes everything go. You can't have an off day, Jones. You can't be sick. It's all on you. Boy, that's got to be a load, boy. Especially as a single mother. That's got to be a load. I mean, my hats go off to single mothers.
It definitely is a load, but I'm sorry, man. Seeing it done at a high level, a lot of them make it look easy. They really do. It ain't though, but they really do.
I know it ain't.
They really do make it look easy. So I mean, this have been one for the ages in regards to the rants. Anything else you discussed it about? We discussed it about Twitter, Instagram, not building one another up, enough positive encouragement. We just had a
black man challenge, not even last 14 minutes. I say I'm a 10. The guy to my left tells me I'm a 2.5.
He'll die. He'll die.
We supposed to be encouraging.
No, we definitely we ain't supposed to be lying though.
Yes.
See,
I'm a lie to you for this month. I'm a lie to you.
Okay, you know what? Then that's what I did.
If you tell me,
and that's what I did.
If you tell me I'm the coldest thing to come out of Hillsborough County,
the coldest.
I'm gonna say, yeah, Reed, you might be right. Matter of fact, I know you're right.
It's out I call pull up.
After 30 days, I'm like, boy, you ain't got this, boy.
Hey, so I gotta apologize to my fellow brother about my lack of encouragement. My boy a 10 out of 10.
Hey, but you ain't go out there and shout it out in the street.
No, but we kept it right here. But I had to get the rules right though, Coach. He said we're supposed to be encouraging one another. Yeah, but I ain't encouraging.
Actually, I got a point because he didn't do it for the world to see.
Yeah,
you kept it funky with me.
To quote my man over there, that stuff they be doing and putting, that's some sucker shit.
That's some sucker shit.
I mean, but that
Steven Jackson.
We all made it.
Or you might not like it. Steven Jackson.
I ain't calling no names. I'm just telling you. We all millionaires, and that's what we gonna do.
So why you gonna say I might not like it? Come on, boy, inshallah.
No, that's been your guy.
Something.
But
that's been your guy.
Here's the thing. As long as the media goes on and sponsors are paying people for followers, and encouragement or discouragement or trauma or whatever it may be, guess what? People are gonna keep selling their soul to be heard and listened to, and that's going to continue to go on amongst our culture. Because I would love to see a versus battle between Bernard Arnault and Jeff Bezos, who collectively are worth almost $400 billion.
American?
American. Can we see a versus with them? Them going back at it?
No, because they smarter. They'll do it in the room by themselves.
Yeah,
Yell at each other and come out
And
worst enemies, arms around each other, showing some unity.
yeah. It's really amazing how that like transpires and how that works.
Yeah.
It's like we even got our own. Like you got your men mad at other women and scarred because of a situation, and vice versa. And let's like, where's the unity? Where's the love? But you talking about on a sports network?
Listen,
We can argue back and forth without keeping.
you ain't got to love me. You ain't got to unite with me. Just leave me alone. That's what I'm gonna do for you. That's what I'm gonna do for you.
Right.
And I'm gonna give you the respect of a man or a woman. I'm gonna treat you accordingly. You know what I'm saying? What I'm not gonna do is pull you down. What I'm not gonna do is be negative, because you're not worth my time to be negative about. That's just how I feel. You know, and I watch it every day. I watch how people treat people. I watch how people speak people. Everybody want to judge. Everybody want to have you don't know. Everybody want to have something to say, and you ain't there. And everybody, how about you don't say nothing? You know what I'm saying? How about you just be respectful and go about your business?
It's dangerous territory. Somebody not saying
it is.
nothing, not having an opinion.
I know
That's
it
too
is.
much. That's too much like rights.
Well,
Especially
I
with
know
all
it
these
is.
social media platforms.
You know what?
where
I
people
got
feel
an
like they gotta
opinion,
be.
but that don't mean I gotta spew it.
Right.
That don't mean I gotta always come with some negativity. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things, bro, I just don't agree with. All right? But if my opinion is not gonna make no difference one way or the other, and if it ain't gonna bring nothing but just some negativity, then I'm keeping that to myself.
But it's you also know your audience too, Coach. You got a good gauge on knowing where that can be spewed too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you had an opinion about me, you're gonna let me know, and I ain't gonna take it personal and be like, okay, Coach, I appreciate it, baby.
But
You
it's
know
how
what I'm
you
saying?
talk to people.
It's
man.
the
It's how
delivery.
you approach.
That's
You know,
definitely big.
Listen, and I think some of this, man, I watch. You know, I'm dealing with young men every day with the coaching, and I'm trying to build them up. I'm trying to take them to certain places. And I tell them every day, no matter what you learn from me, what you give me weekly, everybody outside of this huddle right here, they judge me by that scoreboard. And if we lose the game, I ain't no good.
You don't know what
If
you're
we
doing.
lose the game, I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I learned that I keep it, once again, that huddle. And them dudes, them young men, they know what I did for them. They know what I brought to the table for them. And yeah, maybe we didn't get that win or whatever, which I hate because you don't get no more competitive. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I try to teach them, hey man, self-contained, that pride, that ego, all them things, be positive where you at. Don't burn no bridges behind you. Don't burn no people on them damn bridges. You see what I'm saying? You just live, you be better, and you try to always lift and uplift.
Right.
You always try to uplift and be positive. Sometimes you can't be, man, and sometimes you're going to make mistakes. Ain't nobody
The
perfect.
most difficult part about it, when you're trying to live that way, is creating an environment collectively where the abundance of people are that way.
Yeah.
Because most of us are living a non-lifting life.
Yeah.
Now,
You know what I mean?
this is a situation me and Jones talked about, and he mentioned he had a couple guys that came to him after the fact and was like, Coach, I get what you were saying, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a slippery slope, because Jones told me one day sometimes being quiet is being complicit.
Yeah.
Now, it's slippery because if somebody talking bad about White Nick, and I know it not to be true, on one hand, I could be like, I ain't even gonna dignify that with a response. Yeah. But then it might also be a time where I gotta be
You got to
like,
speak up.
nah, you lying, because
Yeah, and that you
ain't
have to
Nick.
learn to judge that.
And it's slippery. And like you said, you had a couple guys,
Yeah.
somebody was trying to trash you, and some of your former players was like, nah, I went D1 and D2 thanks to Coach Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it just reminds me of a story. Even though me and Andrew Drick the same age, we would be playing and we'd be hooping. He was busting somebody up one day. I was like, yeah, Drick, let him know about it. Tell us it. Drick was like, you think he don't know?
Yeah, it's a slippery slope to be able to accept what somebody's trying to give you,
Right.
without blaming somebody else. You know what I mean? It's so easy to blame somebody else when you haven't done everything. I just said this earlier. When you haven't done everything in your power, how can I walk into an arena in a JUCO environment? I got a coach who's taking an opportunity on me. This has just always been my thought process, right? And you provided the gym, you provided the rims. I got shorts to hoop in, I got shoes to put on, right? Now, I have to trust everything that you're giving me and adjust from that point. The bare essentials is given to me. The basket, the net, the ball, shoes, the shorts, the jersey, right? So now I have to go in and do everything in my power to the best of my ability as long as I can for as hard as I can and see where the cards fall. Now, very rarely at that level is a coach going to play you out of position or this, that. I was played out of position for 3 years at UCF. I still had the opportunity to play professional basketball. Even though I didn't like it, this way I was able to get on the court. I had to adjust mentally, whatever the case may be. Now, saying that, and then to sit back and say, okay, man, I was there for 2 years, and Coach Jones ain't do nothing for me. Say that again out loud. I was there for 2 years, and Coach Jones ain't do nothing for me.
Right.
You were there and played for 2 years, and nothing happened? Yeah. That's on the coach?
That's on the coach.
Man, that's crazy.
Now.
What I always say, hey, we going to this shootout, we going to that, I want to get some exposure. We got 30 games. You got 30, you're going to get
30
exposed.
showcases.
30 showcases individually.
Showcases, yes, sir.
30,
you know
35
So you got to go out and do your job and put yourself in a position.
But if you speak, like nobody can hear that. If you hear that out loud, I came to Legacy for 3 years and Mario did nothing for me.
That's
crazy. What the, huh? You walked in here and I just didn't do nothing? Like I didn't do my,
that goes back to Jones always say, I'm a stickler for words.
Yeah.
Like nothing is a very, like
that's black and white.
That's a lot.
That's black and white.
And maybe I've been accused of hearing stuff wrong. Nothing means zero to me.
Yeah. But nowadays,
So you telling me?
it can be used blanket.
I shouldn't have let you walk in the building then.
No, you shouldn't have paid. He shouldn't have had somewhere to stay, food to eat.
That's what nothing
He should have
means
never
to
got
me.
the new shoe, the
Yeah.
new 3 pair of shoes he got
Yeah.
the following year.
Cause
He
more
shouldn't
than
have
likely-
traveled. He shouldn't have did none of that.
More than likely, your high school coach did nothing for you.
And here's the sad part about it. All aspiring athletes that play at any level, what purpose do any coach have by not saying, I'm going to not play you, and you have Division I
So we can
potential,
lose.
and you go sign with St. John's?
Please
you know what that does for this program? Are you stupid? And I don't use that word often. Are you dumb? Are you incompetent? Do you need help comprehending? Let me help you. Go talk to somebody. Let me assist you.
Dr. Phil.
Like, oh, he ain't playing me. Or, like, that makes sense?
Not to me.
It's
I
a
ain't the
reason.
smartest.
You was brought in here to do a
Not
job.
the smartest, Reese.
You ain't doing the job.
Me neither, but.
You know what I tell them? I tell them, I say this. I said, you come in, you don't get the job done, so you got to find somebody to blame. So now you play the blame game on the coach, and you leave. And you like, I'm going to do better at this next place. But you know why you're not going to do better? Because that was what was in you. You didn't fix that.
But coach,
that never got
it
fixed.
starts here.
It starts there. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
your physicality
That never
is
got
improved.
fixed.
But mentally, if you don't, I don't care where you at. Unless you go into, let's use somebody. Let's just an example. Project X plays for you. It doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good defender. Super athlete.
Yep.
Really can't score. Scores in bunches. Say streaky.
Right.
Just Project X. Decides to go to play for somewhere else. Similar layout. 2 or 3 guards in this position. Maybe a little bit more efficient, whatever the case may be. Or if you go into a situation where there's nobody at your position, there's 7 or 8 guys, that's the only time you get the opportunity. But on this stage now where guys are better and you couldn't maximize the opportunity, that should say something. Like, come on. I mean, if I'm playing in our preseason schedule, if we play NC State, Miami, USF, Auburn, Villanova in the first 5 games, and I produce, I'm feeling darn good about myself as opposed to playing against Stetson, McNeese State.
Don't do Stetson like that.
Garbage. I mean, have you seen the program?
Yeah. Shout out to my great aunt them that live in D-Land. I don't know what Mario on.
I mean, but I'm just saying in regards to but Stetson compared to, I mean, you got high, mid, and low, but you're feeling good about yourself in regards to that. I'm going to use that as far as creating my barometer or gauge against those guys.
Right.
If you got a high level crop of guys in that gym and I'm going to a different situation where the potential ain't the same, the guys don't have the same potential, guys ain't signing to go nowhere, I can't think I'm doing better. They do though, but you really can't think you're doing better.
Yeah, it's just a different. I was just at a USF football camp a couple of Saturdays ago. I took a friend of mine, I took his son out there. A couple of guests that we had on the show. Mike Williams and my little cousin Keith. But before they walked over to where I was, there's all these parents on the fences, and they talking about the projection of the course that their kids should be on. There's an old coach from Mississippi, thick accent. Me and him struck up a conversation. So the one parent's telling me his son about 5'11", 175, he a middle linebacker. He want to go to Florida State. That's his dream school.
Mm-hmm.
Other parents, my son a corner, my son a running back, this and that. So when Keith walks up, they immediately know, man, that's a big dude.
There ain't no average size dude.
Yeah. So I think one of Keith's old teammates coaches at USF now. Keith was like, "Cuz, I'll be back. I'm going to holler at my partner." When Keith walked off, the dude was like, "Who was that?" I said, "That's my little cousin. That's Keith Newman." He's like, "Oh, I heard that name. He played at Jefferson." He's like, "What position he played?" I was like, "He was a linebacker." So then Mike walks up at 6'5".
No, but that's them just anomalies though. But go ahead.
Oh, Keith is about the average
No.
size of a
I'm talking about
linebacker.
Keith. I'm talking about Mike at receiver.
Yeah. Now 6'5" ain't that big.
No, not now, but right
Mike
there, that's
walks
a big
up.
receiver, bro.
Other parent was like, "Who was that?" I was like, "That's Mike Williams." He was like, "Mike Williams for the Bucks?" I said, "No, USC Mike Williams." He said, "He that big?" I said, "Yes, he is. He's 6'5". So
How big was his son?
6 foot. 6 foot 115.
Not 115. But the point is, and the old coach from Mississippi said it. He said, he one of the old school coaches.
Yeah.
He called everybody coach.
Yeah.
He said, "Coach, I had to get out." I said, "Why you got out?" He said, "Believe it or not, it ain't the kids, it's the parents." He said, "Kids ain't changed. They being parented differently."
Yeah, that's real.
And won't nobody just be like, "I don't know about you being a thump at Florida State at 5'11", 175.
We're going to shoot for it.
We're going to shoot for it.
Yeah. We're going to work for it.
We're going to eat clean. We're going to shoot.
Yeah.
We're going to get you the best training.
Yeah, that's
You
real.
got to want it. But I'm just saying now.
See where the cards fall where they
see
lay.
where they fall.
Throw
And
them in the
that's-
air. See what
That's all
happens.
you can do.
Listen, and I did this several times, and I mentioned my daughter several times I played. And I feel like I can do that. Outstanding career. Outstanding career. State 3 out of 4 years. Back-to-back. 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. See what I'm saying? She was not no D1 player.
She wasn't going to UConn?
No. And we didn't talk nothing like that.
Did she think you were hurting her? She thought you were being cruel when you said that?
No, because
She didn't care.
No.
She said, "I'm getting my education. This is for
Right.
fun.
But-
This is what I'm
but-
gonna do now."
But she was also conditioned for that too, though.
and she look here.
Him
But
being her
now
dad.
we ain't turned down that scholarship them first couple of years for
Oh
free.
no. Let me get that.
My boy Jones
Need that.
took that money, and that was the boat fund.
Need that.
The boat fund.
Look, I can
But
put
what
it back.
I'm
I can put it back up now.
But you made a great point though. She was conditioned for that.
He was conditioned for that.
You know what I mean? And we're gonna ride this thing out and play.
And more of us have to have a reality of it. See, anybody that know me personally, any one of my players, you guys sitting here, my executive admin and AP, my wife, my kids,
White Nick.
they're like anybody, like anybody that know me, anybody I've loved, like all of that, like they know I'm very brash and upfront. I'm very transparent.
Yeah.
Like extremely, like, "Coach, man, you know what? I think I want to play D1. And you're a junior in high school and you averaged 9 points a game last year and you didn't even start. And you got moved up from JV.
And let me see that phone and see how many hours a week you're on that phone.
Yeah, and you 6 foot. Let me see your screen time. And
How long you been on the phone, Reed?
you was on the phone for 14 hours. You was on YouTube for 2. You was on Instagram for 7, and you was on Snapchat for another 6. Oh man, you want to go well?
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to do, but you don't even have the forget the God-given ability and you don't even have the presentation.
Listen, and when that don't work out,
Like,
you coming to me.
like, yeah, straight up.
And then when I don't take it, he tripping.
He tripped.
You coming to me, and then I'm a quote, and I know this probably ain't grammatically correct. You go into Jones, it's only gonna get worser.
Worser. It's only
only
going to
gonna
get
get
worse.
worser.
It's only going to get worse. For all you English professors
get
out there, it's going to get
worser.
worse. Okay? But
Cause he gonna have 7 D1 guys with no grades,
with none.
but they D1 talent.
And some of them might be 25.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like a couple babies in the stands.
there could be. Jones could possibly have a team where there's a 7-year difference between his youngest and his oldest player.
Yes.
Jones, am I making that up?
Grown men.
Bro, no.
But it's like, come on, people. Let's just use logic, okay? We went on. This was simply about. We did a show similar to this, but this is more about our rants.
Oh, man.
My rants about my melanin and the women and raising the goddesses, and we're not gonna just keep beating down these women the way we are mentally
No,
and
we
physically,
not.
emotionally,
No.
and spiritually. We're not just gonna keep
Like-
doing it.
like
They
I said-
trying, but I need you to try harder, ladies.
Look.
Try harder with your reactions to things that are being said about you, because you are the ticket.
I told
you are
Rhea,
it.
I told Rhea, and I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if somebody was like, "Look, boy, I need you to be a single dad for 5 years.
5 straight.
I need you to tote it. You got 3 of them,
You can't do it.
boy. I take my chances, boy,
I
with
did it
somewhere
for
else.
summer, boy.
Or summer, boy. You was emotionally, you was spent emotionally.
I mean, I'm glad I live by a little structure, but it was different. I'm gonna just say that.
So just imagine getting up every day and it's on you.
Got to look 5 o'clock in the morning, wake them up. They don't want to get up, ride from Brandon to West Chase to go to school.
You did that for 3 months.
No. I did that for a year.
Hey, I never forget, man.
On you, coach.
I never forget because I'm sorry to just pop up like that because you know I forget if we.
Yeah, the old man can't hold nothing too long, Nick.
So, I never forget. Had a young man come out. He want to play a little ball.
Young man.
Come on out.
He's so gracious.
You probably 5'8". You know what I mean? When you jumper working at his best off the 2-hand release.
Oof,
You know.
that's tough.
He want to try out
Yeah.
for a Division I JUCO.
Yeah.
State of Florida.
Yeah.
Toughest
Okay.
region in the nation.
Yeah. And so
Just want to make sure.
he want to try out. So I done had you out a couple times. Coach, it wasn't my day. You know, can I come back on the next time I play? Sure, young fella, come on out.
Coach, you such
But-
such a big heart.
Respectful, everything. We had a nice little conversation. And I said, young fella, look, man. I said, I was thinking here. I like how you carry yourself. I said, man, you come, you be my manager. I get you some meals at school because obviously you're taking classes. I get you some gear. You film some games for me.
Pass out a few waters.
Yeah, I take care of you. This, you me.
Pass out a
And
few
you look-
waters.
yeah.
You want to role play?
And this is what he said.
Can I guess his reaction?
You couldn't guess him.
You won't guess this one.
He said,
Not me.
he didn't even look at me. He said, so right there, I took by that look. I said, maybe I disrespected you some kind of
No,
way.
I would love the opportunity, coach, just because I know you don't think I'm good enough.
Hey, but I told him, but he just said, I said, maybe I disrespected you in some way. I said, let me put it to you another way. You ain't got a chance of making the squad. Not a chance. I said, but you're a fine young man. You're going to school. I want to enhance upon that and help you with a little something. But you think about that for a little while, and then you come back to me.
You heard from him?
He came back, and he said, Coach, I want to keep, because I know I can make it. I know I'm good enough. I said, I like all of that. I said, but I'm telling you now, you're not going to
So he just froze.
When I told him, he looked that way and said,
Little poke died.
He looked off into the distance on your ass.
into the distance. I will never forget that as long as I live. And then that's when I said to myself, hey, I didn't know. I was like, okay, do I crush you right here?
No. No.
Or do I?
30 days. Crush him in 30 days.
Don't crush him.
But I told him, I said, you don't have a chance, young fella.
Don't crush him, dude.
You know what I mean? But I never forget that. And I had to share that story. And if he see this, I ain't putting you down again. But I never forget that because I thought to myself, where we going? Where we going right now?
I just changed my story.
Boom. Your turn. I never forget that though. I'll never forget that I said that and you looked off in the distance
Look
on
off
me.
in the distance at your That's some cold shit.
Tampa, Florida, 813. That's where I'm from. Webb Junior High School. That's where I
Address?
went. You know what I'm saying?
What's the address?
The address at Webb Junior High School, I have no idea.
What?
Don't even know.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Don't even know where
All
it's
right.
at. I just know it's on Hanley Road. Okay? 5601 Hanley Road. Sounds good. Okay? In back then in the 90s, you went to middle school, 8th and 9th grade.
No, it was junior high.
I mean junior high. It's called junior high. So you're junior high. So Coach Stark was our basketball coach. Sharp Dog, we called him.
Right.
You know
Kept
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
short set, too.
I'm talking about kept on the short set, drove a Cadillac, still drive one to this day. Shout out to Coach Starr, what's happening? 9th grade year, coming into my own athlete. I'm just starting to get a little better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got a little skill set behind me, you know, whatever. every day. I used to always love to go to practice. Like, I love practice. Like, oh my God, we got practice out of school today. Wash my clothes on my hands, because, we ain't have no wash machine. It's a story for another day. Wash my clothes. I used to have to wash my shorts and shorts for every practice. Get home from school, wash them, get off the activity bus, go to practice. This particular day, I'm not only killing, but I'm feeling myself. I'm talking as I'm killing. You can't check me. Boy, that's 3 in a row, 4 in a row. What's happening? You don't want...
No.
Man, coach, blow the whistle.
Give me the right. What's happening?
Listen, what's happening? What's happening? But you don't want this today, boy. Hit a couple jump shots. Man, look, Joker's pouting, dropping their head, shoulders shrinking, because I'm distraught. I done took your soul. And coach blow the whistle. Just like, hey, love it.
That's how you talk. So I thought.
I said, coach, what's happening? He ain't say nothing but this. You ain't nothing but a practice player.
Oh.
You be killing in practice, but you get in the game, you can't do nothing.
Damn, Reed. Reed, so you was the first Paul George?
Listen. Oh yeah, I was Paul George 1.0. They love it. So get what? After that tooth, it was literally a 10-second conversation. Now I got a little deflated when he said it.
You should have.
I wasn't talking as much.
Yeah.
I became a little bit more focused in practice. How I'm gonna translate this to the game. We had a game that wins, because we play on Wednesdays.
Thursday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday.
I think Wednesdays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like that, right? Coming next game, I have 15 points in, because we had like 4 games left. It was like the second game of the season. I had like 15, and I had my best game the game after that, like not the next game, but the one after that. But I stopped talking to practice and everything.
I love it.
Love it. You ain't nothing but a practice player.
Yeah.
I say, Coach, what's happening?
That's
Well, listen, everybody, and then after that, I got ragged for like a week straight.
yeah.
You can't do nothing but do nothing in practice. You can't do nothing in the game.
But you roll to the occasion, though.
Well, let me tell you something. After that, boy, he set the fire.
There you go.
He set the fire for me.
Never forget it.
Never forget it.
Yes, sir.
Just seen Coach Thaw with a right down.
Kept that.
In that maroon Cadillac.
Yeah. I'm gonna take y'all back to my glorious Spartan days.
Oh man,
Hand in the dirt.
Maroon in the
No,
gut.
no. At this time, I'm actually a linebacker / outside linebacker.
Number 55?
No, 88. Keith Jackson, Oklahoma.
No. Eagles.
Yes.
Eagles.
No, Oklahoma.
Eagles.
You was young. Oklahoma. Keith Jackson. Coach Jones member. So Boomer Sooner. So we getting ready to play the Broncos.
Right,
They starting to become a little thorn in our side. Used to be we go to Bradenton, we beat them 55 zip. Next year to be 32 zip. Now it's like 26 zip. Now by the time we on JV, we winning games like 18-0. I'm like, damn, they kind of closing the margin a little bit.
Yeah.
They run the option. Had one coach, he was all nice to me. Yeah, Dak, so you come over here, you get your inside foot up, you come cross your boxing flat. If they run a sweep, you trail the play from the deepest back in the backfield. That's just literally the tone he said it in. You know me. I knife. They run a reverse. They scope.
To the wrong angle.
Oh, yeah. I can make, if he right there, I can just jump right there. Did it again. Practice go on. I do it again. Coach Mayo, God bless the dead.
Coach Mayo.
He said, so you just go do what you want to do out here today, huh?
I see it too often.
He said, when I see you tomorrow, we'll see if you go keep knifing. That's the cardinal sin of the end, the knife hand. Get to practice the next day.
Because you finna make the play.
He's right there.
You got that.
I can get right there. All this come across boxing and like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullheaded. Don't want to listen.
Warm up, we doing calisthenics. I noticed the field, because the boys club field was big enough for Bantam practice down here, Pee Wee,
Yeah, exactly.
JV varsity. That's how big the field was. Field look a little desolate and empty. Yeah, y'all strap it up today. We scrimmage in varsity.
Ooh.
We scrimmage in varsity. Now me, I don't think I could get right now.
Oh, everything that
It's
changed.
physical over there now.
Yeah.
It's physical.
Yeah.
Now I want a boxing flat. Coach Mel said,
No.
Do that shit you was doing yesterday. Jump through there, talking about this right there. You can make the play.
Yeah.
He said, see, that's what I'm talking about. He said, now y'all finna wear this ass with me for a quarter. Then we finna go back over here and we gonna practice the right way. He turned around before he walked away. He said, if you knife, he said, I know y'all live way down there in High Park. I'm gonna come down there, I'm gonna set a fire at the front door and shoot everything, come out the back. Knife one time today. I said, damn, I ain't knifed since.
Wow. That's different. And that's how coaches talk to you in the 90s.
And that was my favorite coach.
You ain't never forget it though.
No. That's my favorite coach.
But you can't. But you got a knife though. You got a knife?
Yeah. I got a knife.
Yeah, but you don't
I'm
knife.
not doing no knife.
Yeah, you got.
I'm boxing and flatting and trailing the play from the deepest back in the backfield.
He shifted 1001, box, trail. Oh, not
Right.
go.
But when you know me, he's right there. I can get done.
Yeah, ignorant.
Jump right over there. Guess the first thing I hear, Jones. Reverse. Turn somebody ear hold me.
So see, don't want to listen.
And I never forget that.
These particular episodes here, man, for us when we kind of just go
It's
off the
off the
dome,
cuff.
man, off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? Off the cuff, off the dome is definitely some of my favorite ones because we just barbershop talking. You know what I mean? It's beauty shop. It's barber chairs. It's chalk talk. That's what we did that.
Next episode, White Nick will have a microphone.
Facts. Sitting over there in the cut, giving the stats, and we need to put a camera on it. So make sure you swig it, swag it.
We're going to have a Nick cam.
A Nick cam.
Like that.
Oh man, hey Nick, he overstepped. He better get us a sponsor. Where the sponsors at? Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, please, with the topics you want to hear next. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button or the thumbs down button. We want the like button. The more likes we get, change the algorithms of what we necessarily need to do. 99 ain't good enough. Where we
Keep it 100.
100.